welcome. Go ahead and find your seat. Find some length in the spine. You might take a moment to just arrive, even looking around your space. And moving inward by letting the eyes start to close. You can close them completely or just start to soften the eyelids down towards the earth. Reunite with some awareness of the breath. The breath that moves through you all day long. Sometimes not even being aware of it. So for right now, just start to shift inward. Just feel the subtleties of the breath moving. Even welcoming a fuller, longer inhale and a more complete exhale. And as we rest our awareness on the breath, you might notice some shifts happening, subtleties. And if the mind is very busy this morning, then go ahead and maybe count the breath. Or you can use the words, I am inhaling now, I'm exhaling now. Just giving the brain a little job.
What did you say? What was the word?
Inhaling now and exhaling now. And just feeling the breath, feeling the whole range of the breath. Letting the body be as it is. My awareness around me to just notice what you're coming in with. Of course, checking in with the feet, the legs, hips, torso, shoulders, arms and hands. And moving around the head and the face. Pulling the breath in and pulling the breath out. And if you are being pulled away from the present moment with distraction, mind or something outside of you, it's okay. Just do your best to bring yourself back in. I am inhaling now. And exhaling now. Perhaps taking a moment to just ask yourself if there is something that you need today. What quality can you bring in that would support you best? And whatever it is, let's bring the hand maybe to the heart or somewhere on the body. And with the intention of bringing whatever that quality is, bringing that in as you take a nice full breath in. And a nice audible exhale. Let yourself feel the pause after the exhale where you've made space for yourself to receive. You can do that one more time. Big full breath in. And a nice releasing exhale. As you're ready, release hands, release thighs. Whatever that quality is, let's state it in the positive beginning with the words I am. And repeat it to ourselves 2 or 3 times. I am whatever it is that you need today. And we'll start to bring that intention into our body, rolling shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, melting them down behind you. So we'll do that 2 more times, and every bit of movement and stretch, just imagine opening up the energy around that area to receive this intention. Finding one more roll with the shoulders. As the shoulders melt down behind you, lengthen up through the spine. And just gently drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. Full breath in and out. Maybe a couple breaths here, letting the head grow heavier. You find a little gentle movement to bring a little more spaciousness in. If that feels good to you today, or stay in stillness. And another full inhale, full exhale. Let's let the right hand come out to the side and float it up towards the ceiling. Place the hand above the left ear. We're not pulling on the head. We're just resting the hand there. Relax the shoulder down. And just take a nice full breath in and out as the hand becomes a natural weight. And then we're going to press the head into the hand into the head, and create a little traction. Take a few breaths as the head presses into the hand, and the hand presses into the head. Another full breath. And very gently release the hand and just let the head float up. And when you arrive back in center, take a nice full inhale and a full exhale. Lengthen up through the spine, and then as you're ready to exhale, let the left ear melt towards the left shoulder. And just take a few breaths there. And of course, you can find a little bit of gentle movement if that feels good to you today. Relax the jaw and the face. And we'll release the left hand out to the side, sweep it up and over, rest the hand lightly on the head above the right ear. Nice full breath in and out. And then begin to press the head into the hand into the head, creating that traction, really energy. Another breath. Pressing the head into the hand into the head, and then very gently release the hand and let the head float back up. Back through center. Nice full inhale, and a full exhale. Let's release some cat-cow, open the heart, squeeze shoulder blades together. You might send the chin up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin, pull the heart to the back wall. You just move at the rhythm of your pace. Let your breath guide your movement. You can always stay a little longer on one side than the other if that feels better for you today. And softening the jaw, the face. Tuning into the space around the heart, opening in front and opening in the back. Allow your next inhale to bring you to a neutral spine. The shoulders roll back and melt down whenever you arrive. And then let's cross the legs the opposite direction. Kind of sweep the arms out and up. We'll take up a little more space, so let the arms kind of go back a little bit. Reach them back and up. And then bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, fingertips straight up. And then exhale, hands out to the side, but back a little bit, creating a little more opening in the chest. Good. Once the fingertips touch the ground, sit up nice and tall. We'll inhale, sweep the arms up. And we're just going to do a little tap down for twist. So left hand towards right knee, look behind you, keep the spine tall. And then inhale, come back up through center, sweep the arms to the sky. Exhale, other side, tap down, look behind you. And then inhale, lengthen up through the center. You can do it again on both sides. Just warming up the spine. And over to the other side. Take it up. And find cactus arms. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Take those forearms back a little more. Lift the heart. Try not to poke the ribs out. Another breath. Inhale, fingertips to the sky. Bring the palms together, hands to the heart. Go inward, take a breath. Relax the hands down to the knees or thighs. We're going to bring the legs out in front. Let's just straighten them for a moment. Point and flex, find some circles with the ankles. Wiggle the feet. Lengthen up through the spine, Dandasana, pull everything in and up, shoulders out of the ears, crown lifted, feet energized, full breath here. Keeping length in the spine, you can take the hands behind you a little bit, come up on fingertips and press into the floor and start to hinge forward a bit. Keep those shoulders back, heart lifted. Chin slightly tucked so the back of the neck is nice and long. And either stay there or let the hands come forward and slowly bring yourself in deeper. Try to keep length in the spine. I like to use the floor and pull it towards me, which creates that length in the torso. And just allow a few breaths. You don't have to go super deep with this, especially we're just getting going. Full inhale, full exhale. Feel the spots that are talking to you. And as you continue to breathe through your practice, being fully aware of the sensations in the body. Remember, sensations in the body aren't always just physical. So if something else speaks to you in the emotional body or energetic body, that's something to be listening to as well. Rooting your hands down, pull the tummy in, lengthen up through the spine, start to lift yourself up, roll the shoulders back when you do a rest. If you're sitting on something, you might want to come off of it. I'm just going to push it aside. I'll come sideways, but you can stay as you are. Just make sure you have space behind you because we'll eventually be coming down onto the mat. So let the knees bend. Let's take the hands behind the thighs. We're going to roll the shoulders back and lift the heart. We're up and out of the low back. And then start to lean back just a little bit till you feel that front body turn on. Feel the core kind of say, okay, now I'm active. Keep that heart lifted. If you start to drop into the back body, lift up and out and maybe don't go back so far. So your choice. So bring the shins parallel to the floor. You can always do this with one foot if that's better for you and switch. Keep lengthening up through the heart. Squeezing the elbow between your thighs and calves. Another breath. And then we're going to release the right hand. Just take it out to the side and straighten the right leg. It can stay up or it can go down. And then bring it back in. Release the left hand, left leg straightens either up or down. And then bring it back in. Okay. We're going to do one more each side. Release the right hand, straighten the right leg. Bring it back in. Left hand releases, left leg straightens, and bring it back in. Lift the heart, soften the jaw, and then try to keep the legs lifted as you slowly lower down. So you can hold on to the thighs and lower them, start to round the spine. Round the spine a lot. Keep rounding the spine. Lower down, try to keep those legs lifted. Once you release, keep those legs lifted, take another breath there. And then straighten the legs, feet up towards the ceiling. Move the ankles. Take a nice full belly breath. Bring the knees into the chest. Roll a little from side to side, just massaging the back body. And then we'll pull the left knee in, let the right leg go up towards the ceiling, flex the right foot, and slowly lower that leg to the floor. Bring it, stay straight. When it lands to the earth, flex that foot, keep it energized, and pull the left knee into your chest a little more. Nice full breath. And go ahead and bring the right knee into the chest. Hands around the right knee, left leg goes straight up, flex the foot. And then very slowly, we lower it towards the earth. Nice and slow, slower than you think. Keep that left foot flexed, energizing the leg. Pull the right knee into the chest. Another breath. And then go ahead and bring that left knee into the chest. Give yourself a little rock and roll. And place the feet flat to the floor with bent knees. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. We're going to reach the arms up and over the head. If you want to clasp them, you can, but we want elbows and shoulders on the floor. So if clasping them does not allow that, find more of a V with the arms. Hopefully you can see what I've done. And then straighten the legs. Bring them down to the floor. We're going to walk the legs and the upper body over to the left, keeping the hips grounded down. And we're just going to breathe maybe 4 full breaths to the right side of the body, bringing in whatever the intention is for your practice today, whatever you need to bring in. Let that ride the breath. You might even breathe in, repeating the words I am, whatever it is. And then as you exhale, just let the body receive it. 3 more mindful breaths, breathing into the right side of the body. You can also cross the right ankle over the left ankle to deepen this a little bit. So you decide. When you're done with your next exhalation, maybe the hips rooted down, uncross the top leg if it's crossed. And just wiggle yourself back into what you believe is center. We'll take the knees to the chest and roll from side to side. Just to realign the spine. And then legs go long again. Arms, if they crossed or clasped before, clasp the uncomfortable way. And then start to reach down through the hips and shimmy over to the right. Find your mindful breaths, breathing your intention into the left side of your body. You can always cross left ankle over right if you choose. One more breath here. Then uncrossing the legs, coming back through center. When you arrive in center, release the hands down by your side. Bring the knees in, a little rock and roll. Release the feet flat to the floor with the knees bent. We're going to lift the hips just an inch, send them over to the right just an inch, and then back down. Yes, your spine will be crooked here. Bring the knees in towards your chest. Take the arms wide and let the knees fall over to the left. You put something between the knees to support the hips and low back. Just coming into a gentle twist here. Let yourself settle in. Reach the fingertips further away from each other. Let the shoulders relax down. And take a few good breaths. Really becoming aware of the spiral in the spine. Reminding yourself of your mantra for the practice. Nice full inhales. Complete exhales. A little softer. You've got something between the knees, go ahead and release it, and then use your core strength to bring the knees back up through center. And then you can kind of wiggle yourself back to the middle and windshield wiper or rock and roll a little bit. And then placing feet back to the floor, we'll lift the hips up a little teeny bit, over to the left a teeny bit, and back down. And then bring the knees into the chest, and let's just roll over to the other side. Give yourself the props that you might need. Allow the shoulders to surrender. Nice full breaths into the spiral of the spine. A big inhale and a big exhale. Next inhale, bring the knees up through center. Little rock and roll, realigning that spine. And place the right foot with bent knee to the floor. And the left leg goes straight up, hands behind the thighs. Slowly, gently let the toes melt towards the face. The shoulders be relaxed, elbows are pulling out to the side. And your hands can eventually make their way up the legs. That feels good. Another big breath in, big breath out. Keep that left foot flexed. And either stay here for another 2 breaths or straighten the right leg long on the mat to come in a little deeper. Another big inhale, big exhale. Bend the knees, place both feet to the floor. Big full belly breath here. And then right leg extends towards the ceiling, hands behind the thigh. Press energy out the heel of that foot. Keep that foot flexed. And then let the elbows bend. Start to pull the leg in a little bit more. Just full mindful breath. Remember, we're working towards keeping that right leg straight. And then either stay there or extend the left leg long on the mat. Taking a few more breaths. Last inhale, last exhale for the shape. And then gently bend the knees, release both feet to the floor. Nice full breath in, full breath out. I'm going to press up into bridge, so root the feet down, root the hands down, start to squeeze the glutes as you lift the hips a little bit. Make sure there's space between your chin and chest. Root down through your hands, then root down through the shoulders, lift a little more. Full inhale, full exhale. Slowly lower down 1 vertebra at a time. We're going to do that 2 more times. You can do it just like that, or you can extend the right leg straight up towards the ceiling. And then really ground through the left leg. Slowly press yourself up. Right leg reaches towards the ceiling. The rest of the body's like in bridge. 1 more breath. And then lower down 1 vertebra at a time. The leg is Still extend it up towards the ceiling. And then bend the knee, place the foot to the floor. Big breath in, big breath out. One last one. You could do it with both feet on the floor or lift the left leg. Keeping that left foot flexed, really ground through the right leg. Lift the hips, press the sole of the foot towards the ceiling. Another breath. And lower down nice and mindfully. Bend the knee, place the foot to the floor. Big inhale, big exhale. I will bring the knees into the chest, hands behind the thighs, and roll from front to back. And just roll yourself up to boat pose. Roll shoulders back, lift the heart, flex the feet. Another breath. Maybe you stay just like this. Maybe hands come out. Maybe legs straighten. Maybe you shake. Another breath. And then bring the hands to the thighs. Lift the heart. Release the feet to the floor. Knees wide. Soles of the feet together. Lift and lengthen. Pull the heels towards you. Shoulders back. Knees surrender to the earth. The eyes soften a bit. Reconnect to your breath. Big full inhales. Big full exhales. Take the hands to the knees, bring the knees together. And I'll take the feet around, making our way to tabletop, hands and knees. You can move through a little cat-cow. Any version of cat-cow that works for you, whatever's calling to you today. Make sure those fingers are spread wide. Full breath here. And then come to your neutral spine. Send one leg back, send the other leg back for plank. You can always keep knees down behind the hips. It's an option. Shoulders out of the ears. Start the heels back, and then use your hands to pull the chest and head forward. Another breath. Send the hips up and back. Let's settle into our downward facing dog. The shoulders roll out the ears, bend the knees, walk it out a little bit. Take 3 long, juicy breaths here. Check in, don't just hang out. Pull the ribs in, shoulders out of the ears. Begin to float the left leg up towards the ceiling. And bring the knee to the nose, shoulders over wrist, pull in and up. And then send it back. And step the left leg forward. Squeeze thighs together, let yourself settle in a little bit here. If you have blocks, you can put your hands on your blocks to create a little more space. See if you can find more length in the neck with the chin tucked slightly. One more breath. Right hand grounds down to the floor or a block. Left arm lifts. Look up towards the ceiling if that feels safe for you. Another breath. Release the left hand to the floor. We're going to ground through that left leg. Bend the right knee and slide it forward. Forward fold. Grounding through the feet. Inhale, come up halfway, straight spine. Exhale, forward fold. Tuck the chin, come in a little deeper. One more time, inhale, halfway, straight spine. Tuck the chin. Exhale, take it in, belly to thighs. And a little bend in the knees, reverse swan dive all the way up. And we come right through center, forward fold. We're going to step back with the right leg, same leg. Drop the back knee, uncurl the toes, sweep both arms up, pull the tummy in, shoulders out of the ears. And then take the hands, clasp them behind the head. Let the head drop into the hands, the elbows go wide, heart opens. Keep the tummy pulling in, squeeze thighs towards each other. One more breath here. And release the hands up to the ceiling and then down towards the earth. Curl the back toe, lift the back knee, step it back, plank. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze to the middle line. Press the heels back, and then let the crown of the head pull forward. Beautiful. Up and back, down dog. Settling into your down dog, taking a nice full breath in, full breath out. Right leg extends behind you. Knee to nose, pull in and up, squeeze. Send it back. And step it forward. Take some time in your lunge to settle in. Shoulders out of the ears, lengthen the spine. Might wiggle the hips a little bit to see what's happening. Let your gaze be to the floor out in front of your right foot. Left hand grounds to the earth, right arm starts to float up. Maybe you look up towards the ceiling. Another breath. Hand releases to the earth. And ground into that right leg. You might bend the back knee, but you're going to slide that leg forward. Forward fold. Inhale halfway, exhale, release. Inhale halfway. Exhale, release. Another breath here. Bend the knees, reverse swan dive all the way up. Coming right back down, forward fold. Big step back with the left leg. Release the back knee to the floor, uncurl the toes. Float the arms up, pull tummy in, shoulders out of the ears. And we clasp the hands, let the head be heavy in the hands. Let the heart lift, pull the tummy in, elbows go wide. You might send your gaze skyward. Nice full breath. Release the hands all the way down to the earth. Curl the back toe, lift the back knee. And we step it back. Like, you're going to let the knees go wide, toes together, press back into child's pose. Big full inhale, big full exhale. Inhale, make your way back into plank. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze to the middle line. Shift forward a little bit so you're up on tippy toes. And then either keep the knees lifted or lower them and lower through your chaturanga. Find your cobra or your up dog. And we'll all meet in downward facing dog. We'll extend the left leg behind and take the knee to the left elbow. Try to tap it, hold it, squeeze, send it back. Left knee to right elbow, tap it, hold it, squeeze, and send it back. And step that left leg all the way forward. Get your foundation set. Ground down, float up, high lunge. Let the right arm float forward, left arm float back. Find a nice high twist. Maybe the gaze goes over to the left. And then keep the foundation strong. Inhale, reach the arms up, come back through center. Notice if the hips move. Try to let the twist come from the spine only. Open up again, another twist. And then come back through center. Last one, right arm forward, left arm back. Take another breath here. Maybe you send your gaze further behind you. Inhale, lift the arms, come back through center. Release the hands down to the ground. Right leg lifts, standing splits. Take the fingertips forward. Let's keep those hips square. Let the head and heart drop down to the left leg. One more breath. Go ahead and release the right foot to meet the left foot. Hang in your forward fold. Other full inhale, full exhale. Release the arms, bend the knees, pull the tummy in, roll up slowly. Take your time. When the head arrives, roll the shoulders. Take up a little space, Tadasana. Feel the feet on the earth, reconnect with your breath. Hands to your heart. Ground through the right leg. We're going to lift the left knee. And then take the sole of the foot either to the inner calf, ankle, or thigh for tree. Grounding through the right leg, lift up. And then let the arms be any expression that you choose. Doesn't matter what it is, you can keep your hands at your heart. Another breath, use your drishti. All right. Let's bring the hands to the heart if they're not there already. Bring the left knee forward. Mindfully step it out. Big inhale. Big exhale. Sweep the arms to the sky. Swan dive forward fold. Step back with the right leg. Ground the hands. Step back with the left leg. Move through your vinyasa or child's pose or straight to down dog. As you arrive in your down dog, extend the right leg behind you. Right knee to right elbow, try to squeeze and touch. And send it back. Right knee to left elbow, squeeze and touch. And send it back. Step that right leg all the way forward. Get your foundation set, ground down, lift up. Remember, squeeze thighs together so hips are squared forward. We're going to flow through those 3 twists. So left arm forward, right arm back. Pick up space. Inhale, lift, come back through center. And again, left arm forward, right arm back, heart opens. And come back through center. Last one, try to keep your high lunge nice and squared. And then maybe you play with your gaze. Maybe the gaze goes behind you. Inhale, reach the arms up, come back through center. Release the hands to the floor, nice and strong. Back leg steps forward and up for standing splits. Head melts down. Nice full inhale, full exhale. Squaring off the hips. Release that left foot to meet. Forward fold, maybe you clasp elbows. Release the arms, bend the knees, roll up slowly. Roll the shoulders as you arrive. Tadasana. Bring the awareness into the left leg, long and strong. Bring the hands to the heart, step that right knee up. And your drishti. Now let the sole of the foot come to the inner calf, thigh, or ankle. Make sure that knee is pulling out nice and wide. Heart lifts. Arms float out like branches. Whatever talks. You can always keep them at the heart as well. Remember to keep that left leg nice and strong. It is your foundation. Another breath. Bring the hands to your heart, bring that knee forward, and then step it out mindfully. Take a big breath in. Let it all go with the exhale. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Come up halfway, ground into the legs, start to bend those knees, hips go back, lift the heart, chair. Sit down a little bit deeper, maybe. Squeeze, 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 lift and lengthen. And then release, forward fold. Left leg steps back, right leg steps back, plank. Vinyasa or no vinyasa, you choose. Then come into your dog, find your breath. Extend the left leg behind. Bend the knees, stack the hips, let the heel reach towards the right glute. Gotta keep shoulders squared. One more breath here. Toes to the sky. Square your hips. And let the left knee come forward towards your right elbow. Straighten the left leg so the pinky edge of the foot is on the floor over to the right. You can stay just like this. You can let the back heel drop down behind you and come up onto the right fingertips or float the right arm up and open the hips, ball and triangle. Wherever you are, breathe. Release the right hand to the floor. We'll all bring the left knee into the chest and then send it back, down dog. You got 4 or 5 breaths to either move through a vinyasa, come to child's pose, or hang out in down dog. Wherever you are, connect with the exhale. Excuse me. And just welcome another full inhale, full exhale. Left leg, same leg lifts. We're going to step it all the way forward. Let that back heel draw down. Strong legs. Right arm floats forward. We use the strength of the legs to lift us up for warrior 2. Settle in. Wiggle the hips a little. See what's happening. Shoulders out of ears. Another good breath. Inhale, reach the fingertips straight up and straighten that left leg. You might turn the head towards the right. And then exhale, settle in. Warrior 2. One more time, straighten the front leg, reach all the way up. And settle in. Warrior 2. Forearm to thigh. Right arm sweeps up and over the right ear. And then roll the shoulder open. Roll the heart and ribs towards the ceiling. Ground through that right pinky edge of the foot. Another breath. And really ground through both legs. Squeeze thighs together. Float back into warrior 2. Big inhale, big exhale. Then we cartwheel down, back heel lifts. Step it back, plank. Press back into down dog. Full inhale. Full exhale. Extend the right leg behind you. Right knee to left elbow. Straighten the leg out to the side so the pinky edge of your right foot is on the floor. Either stay like this or ground through the right hand, back foot falls back, left arm lifts, fall in triangle. Another breath. Open the heart, open the hips. Release the left hand down. Bring the right knee into your chest. Send it back, down dog. Move through your vinyasa. Come to child's pose, hang out in dog. Extending that right leg behind you again. Step it all the way forward. Back heel draws down. Left arm reaches forward and pull yourself up with the strength of your legs to warrior two. Settle in here. Reconnect. Feel the power of your legs. You just straighten the front leg, reach the arms up. And exhale, back into warrior two. Take it up. And back into warrior two. Another breath here. Right arm to the thigh, left arm sweeps forward and over the left ear. We roll the shoulder open, opening up the heart and the ribs towards the ceiling. Finding that long line of energy from the left pinky toes to the left fingertips. Another breath. Round through the feet, squeeze thighs together, warrior two. Then we cartwheel all the way down. Back heel lifts, step it back plank, vinyasa or no vinyasa. Nice full breath in, full breath out. Look to the front of the mat, bend your knees. We're going to take a big hop to the feet to the outside of the hands. Whoop, like a frog. And then melt the hips down, lift the heart, elbows into the knees, knees into the elbows, shoulders out of the ears. Press down through the pinky edge of the feet. That's going to lift the pelvic floor a little. Okay. Either stay here or let the, I'll mirror you, right hand come to the floor out in front towards the right, and the left arm floats up. Find a little twist. Either stay here or you can start to turn the right arm behind and the left arm behind, and maybe you grab hold. Keep opening the heart over to the left. If you clasp the hands, release them nice and wide, and everyone comes back through center. Press down through the feet, lift through the heart, another breath. Let's ground down, lift hips up, toes come forward, forward fold. Release the head. You might even clasp the arms. Release the hands, inhale, come up halfway, straight spine. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive all the way up. It's okay if your feet are wide still. Hands to your heart. Big breath in. Slow, juicy breath out. Toes point out, heels in. We're going to draw the tailbone down, let the knees go wide, coming into Malasana. Your version of it, so if it's up higher, that's fine. You can always put a block underneath your sitting bones if it's a little too intense. Press through the pinky edge, lift the heart, another breath. Either stay here or left arm comes out to the side, right arm lifts. Open the heart over to the right. And if you'd like to find a bind, you can clasp the hands behind that left leg, or you can move in that direction. Another big inhale, big exhale. Release the hands, nice and bright and wide, and then hands to the heart. Press through your feet, send the tailbone straight up, tend the toes forward, forward fold. Nice inhale and exhale. Start to walk the feet a little closer together. Bend the knees. Let's just dangle our way up. Arms are dangling. Go nice and slow. Keep the tummy lifted and keep those knees bent as you roll up. Gonna roll the shoulders. Take up a little space, open the heart. Big full inhale. Nice releasing exhale. Inhale, sweep all this good energy up. Exhale, we come through center, forward fold. Begin to bend the knees, Planasana. Take it down to the ground. If you have a block, grab hold of it. If you don't have a block, you might grab a pillow or a rolled blanket. You can place it between your knees or just hold on to it in your hands. And we'll lower down slow. If you have it between the knees, really squeeze so those inner thighs get a little action. Good. Once you arrive, take that block or whatever you have. We're going to lift the hips and place it underneath the sacrum. So if it's a pillow or a blanket roll, it's fine. You can use that under the sacrum. Just get yourself kind of situated. You'll know when it feels comfortable. That triangular shaped bone at the base of your spine should feel nice and secure. And either stay there or options. You can extend the right leg, keep the foot to the floor, heel to the floor. Make sure there's no pinching or grabbing. And if it feels safe, then you can release the other one. And also float the legs into the air. Waterfall. If waterfall feels like too much effort, bend the knees and just let the knees dangle above the hips. It's fine. Wherever you are, let's just find the breath. Breathe into the belly. Watch the rise and fall of the belly. Welcoming slower, longer exhales. Bringing that mantra back in, breathing in, I am, and out, receiving. You can even see the mantra riding the breath like a color. Visualize it coming in, filling up the whole body, and then as you exhale, the body receiving it. With a good breath. As you're ready, if the feet are in the air, gently bend the knees. Place the feet to the floor. Use your core so the low back doesn't spring. Once the feet land to the floor, lift the hips, move the block aside, and slowly lower down one vertebra at a time. When you land, take a nice full belly breath. A big exhale. Might bring your knees into your chest. A little rock and roll. If you'd like to stay with the rock and roll, feel free. Otherwise, take the feet wide on the floor, knees bent. Then we'll just windshield wiper from side to side. You can take the arms out wide. If you'd like to hang out on one side, just let the knees drop down and take 3 or 4 breaths. Inhale, knees back up, then let them come over to the other side, where we'll take another couple of breaths there. And inhale the knees back up. Bring those knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice big hug, tight squeeze. Maybe saying to yourself, I'm awesome. I'm doing the best that I can. And that is enough. When you feel complete, just let the legs come long for Shavasana. Take a nice big inhale, and as you exhale, let the earth receive you. Nothing to do. Just allow yourself to be here now. Very gently, just bring awareness in. Just noticing your body, the support and connection of the body to the earth. Noticing how you feel. Noticing your breath as it is. And choosing to deepen and lengthen the breath. Feel that prana, life force, fill you up. The body prepares to continue the practice out in the world off of the mat. Fuller inhale, fuller exhale with a little wiggle of the fingers and the toes. Wrists and ankles. And bigger stretch as you feel ready. When you feel it's time, bend the knees and just make your way over to one side. Let yourself be held here. Let yourself be held. A full breath into the back of the heart. And a full exhale. Your top arm connect to the earth. You need to press the floor away, spiraling up nice and slow. Making your way to a comfortable seat. And the eyes remain closed or soft to the floor, or stay connected inward. As you arrive, feel what you feel. Notice the breath, how it's moving. Just allow yourself to be here now. Placing one hand on the heart, maybe both, if you'd like. Place it anywhere that feels right to you. Just feel your heartbeat. Bring the palms together in front of heart center. Take a cleansing breath together for ourselves, for our community, for everyone else out there. Take a nice big inhale. Breathe out the love and the peace with the exhale. Lying down. Namaste.